too. You can be anything tonight, hey, but you gotta work for it, honey. You gotta
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's happening? Oh, it's your boy One, physical therapist assistant. I hope y'all are okay today. Another fine day with the legends of America, the Hall of Famers. Oh, had some heavy Hall of Famers today. Had some heavy Hall of Famers today, man. Heavy ones. Oh, I hope y'all doing all right. Oh, man. It is getting nice out, y'all. It is getting nice out. It is AC weather. It is AC weather. And oh my goodness, a lot of the female patients hate it. I always thought, once you get older, you're past the hot flash stage. But no, a lot of them are experiencing it, going through it with the change in this weather. I welcome it because I don't like the cold. I had one lady told me today she loves the cold. She loves the winter. She hates it when it gets hot. Oh, y'all. I got insulted today, y'all. It wasn't like on purpose. It was a lady. Look, I told y'all. What the heck? I told y'all I work PRN. I work as needed, okay? So I don't work full time anywhere. But sometimes I'll get cool with a patient if I work at the spot for a few days and get real cool. This patient was joking with me today, right? So I'm encouraging her. Y'all know I'm encouraging. I'm telling her she's doing good. I'm like, you're doing great. You're making a lot of progress. Even though I've only seen her for a few days, but I told her that she's making a lot of progress in these last few days. And you know what she told me? You know what she told me? She was like, well, I'm glad to hear that. She said, why don't you do me a favor and tell somebody that works full time so it can mean something. She insulted me. She's basically saying my vote of confidence doesn't mean anything because I'm not one of the decision makers. I don't like being the decision maker. I don't like answering the when can I go home question because she wants to go home. But she's basically telling me, I appreciate your compliment of me doing good, but you're not a gatekeeper. So tell somebody that's a gatekeeper so I can get out of here. But the way she said it, she didn't realize how funny it was, but it was so funny to me. So she's basically saying my opinion is insignificant. She had me cracking up. She was like, I'm glad to hear it. Now, why don't you go tell somebody that works here full time so I can go home? But yes, when you work PRN in a facility like this in therapy, we don't make the final decisions on whether or not you can go home. And that's a good thing because I do not like getting in the middle of those conversations with patients, with their family, with the nursing staff, with the facility. I'm just PRN. I usually use the line, I'm just PRN. You're gonna have to talk to the full-time workers. You're gonna have to talk to your regular therapist. You're gonna have to talk it over with social services, the nurses, everybody else except me. I don't like to get in those conversations. Those conversations can be crazy. You know why? Because it becomes, he said I could go home, she said I could go home, he said I'm not ready to go home, like it gets passed around. She said I got to talk to you, you said I got to talk to her, you said I got to talk to them. That's what happens in nursing homes with the go home play. You know why? Because in nursing homes, most of them, a lot of them, they need you to stay long. They need you to stay long time. They need you to stay long time. They love you long time. Oh man, but we ain't gonna get into all of that. I had oh man, funny stuff. I love the older generation. They say the darnest things. Yo, I had a guy, right? He was talking about how uncomfortable the bed is, right? The bed he slept in last night. Said he had trouble doing therapy because he didn't get no sleep last night. I was like, what was wrong, man? I said, you okay? What you been up? You went out partying last night? Always joking like that. He was like, no, it's this daggone bed. I was like, what's wrong with the bed? He was like, man, this bed is so uncomfortable. He said I wouldn't put an illegal in this bed. I said, what? I said, what? That's the first. Well, you know, like if it's something's bad, or like say food bad, you say I wouldn't give that food to a dog, or I wouldn't give that food to my worst enemy. Well, he said I wouldn't put an illegal in this bed. I said, where did that come from? I don't know where that came from. I don't know what made him say that. Usually you say your dog or your enemy. You know, I wouldn't put my worst enemy in this bed. That would be the normal thing you would say. My man said I wouldn't put an illegal in this bed. Yo, they be saying the darndest things, yo. I swear they do, man. I swear they do. With no filters. No filters. Oh, man. But anyway, y'all, today, I'm gonna give y'all I hope my channel is not scaring anybody about going into a nursing home. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If you're older and you watch the channel to see to hear about some of the goings on, ins and outs of the nursing home, I hope I'm not doing that. But I will like to share with you, you know, how a lot of things go down, good or bad. And one of the things that some people have the hardest time with in nursing homes, when it's a new experience for you, is certain things come to a cease when you go into a nursing home. Do you hear me? Certain things come to a cease, a halt and a cease when you go into a nursing home. Like certain supplements or medications you may take at home. They may not be allowed to be taken in the nursing home unless you get a prescription for it. You know, unless they get a prescription for it. I'm basically going to talk about house rules. Basically, I'm getting ready to tell you about house rules, all right? When you're in a nursing home, you are under house rules. And some people don't understand that. And sometimes it's hard for people to understand, and hard for people to get, and hard for them to deal with, and hard for them to take, which leads to a lot of people leaving AMA. Do you know what AMA stands for in medical terminology? AMA stands for Against Medical Advice. That means patients will leave a facility against medical advice, meaning if the facility or therapy or whatever, you know, recommends you stay for rehab, but you check yourself out, you call it Uber or you call your family to come pick you up, that's considered against medical advice. Now, what can happen in the case you leave against medical advice? Well, you can get a big old fat US of A bill. A big old fat bill because the doctor at the hospital recommended that you come for rehab and recommended that you stay and get your rehab done. So if you leave, you might get some charges. You might get a bill. That's what I understand. Okay? That's what I've come to understand. So, what are some of the things that will cause a person to leave AMA against medical advice? Well, one thing that ceases to exist when you enter into a nursing home, one of the things that comes to a grinding halt, which a lot of people have problems with, especially the older generation, especially the hoity-toity. You know what I mean when I say hoity-toity? That's a term I learned from one of my patients. Hoity-toity. I like the way it sounds, but it means like uppity. It means like, you know, you think you all of that, and you might be from a certain background. You might be a little entitled, you know, hoity-toity. But anyway, appointments. Many appointments will cease to exist. You know why? Because you're under house rules now. And the house rules state that if you have any appointments scheduled outside of the nursing home while you're in the nursing home, if that appointment does not pertain to the reason why you're in the nursing home, that appointment gets canceled. Did you understand what I just said? So, let me give you an example. If you're in a nursing home and you just had a stroke, in the nursing home, No, you just had a stroke and you come to a nursing home. Let's say you had a mini stroke and you come to the nursing home for rehab and you're doing good. But coming up in a week, while you're in a nursing home, you're going to be there for another week because you get stronger. You're doing great. You're rehabilitating. You have an appointment with, I don't know, it could be an eye doctor. It could be a foot doctor. It could be a chiropractic appointment. It could be a massage. It could be acupuncture. Some kind of appointment that doesn't pertain to the reason why you're there. The facility will cancel that appointment. Now, this comes as a shocker to so many people. So many people will say, well, why does it have to get canceled? I can just get my family to pick me up and take me. I don't need an ambulance. I don't need y'all to transport me. I can just get my family to take me. True, very, very true. But again, house rules dictates you can't, be going out to see specialists and special appointments while you're in the nursing home. So typically they get canceled. Now, like I said, a lot of people don't go for it. A lot of people, you might have a favorite doctor or a favorite specialist that you like to go see, and you do not want to cancel your appointments, and you're well within your right. And I've seen people go do those appointments and come back. I've seen some rules broken and nothing happens, but generally speaking, those appointments typically get canceled, especially if you need transport. If you got somebody to pick you up, that's one thing. If you need transport, the facility's not going to transport you. I've seen some rules get broken. I've seen some people do it, but generally speaking, those appointments get canceled. Now, people have a hard time dealing with this. And I want to say, I understand, especially if you got a doctor that you like to see, but you're under the rules of the quote-unquote house doctor. And some interesting things happen in our healthcare system. Remember, y'all, our healthcare system is about big business. There's a lot of greed in it. There's a lot of greed in it. Me personally, how do I feel about that? I don't see a problem with you going out for an appointment, especially if it's, somebody you look forward to seeing. If it's dealing with a problem, it's an eye doctor, get your teeth cleaned, a dentist or something. I don't see a problem with that. I really don't. But those are the rules. I have seen those rules broken though. I have seen the strong-willed person say, I don't care what y'all say, I'm going for my appointment. And go for their appointment. I've seen it happen, but generally speaking, no more appointments while you're there. And for the long-term people, all those appointments you were making every week, every other week, every month, if you're long-term, you're now fully under the care of the facility and the doctor at that facility that only comes to see you once in a blue moon. You feel me? It's an interesting dynamic, y'all. I'm learning about this stuff. And like I said, I'm talking about a topic that, I wasn't taught about in school, but I'm seeing it unfold and learning more about it and learning that not to scare anybody or anything, but me personally, I am doing my best to be the, controller of my own health, to kind of be my own doctor. But things happen as we get older. Nobody can control that. But it gives me an idea of what I got to look forward to, maybe, hopefully. I had a patient, very, very, let's say very wealthy, well-to-do. It was a lady, man. She had, hair appointments and nail appointments, and she wanted to do all that. And she was a squeaky wheel. You know what that means, a squeaky wheel? Squeaky wheel. Squeaky wheels tend to get the grease. I always tell y'all that when I've learned that in nursing homes. When you're a squeaky wheel, you tend to get the grease. So, person who voices their opinion and frustration about a lot of stuff, usually the corners get cut for that person. Especially if they tell you, hey, I'll be back. They coming back. They'll be back. I've seen people, go out and stay past the extended stay time, the designated stay out time in a nursing home, which is a few hours. I've seen people break that and, not really care. It happens, y'all. It happens. But anyway, just wanted to let y'all know about that. I don't know if y'all knew about that in nursing homes. So all those appointments you got, all those appointments somehow come to a halt, a cease and desist while you're under the care of the nursing home. Same thing with a lot of the medications that you take. Some of the medications that you take, they might not be prescribed by the doctor that saw you in the hospital. They'll get a list of your medications you take. Sometimes the doctor in the hospital might say, you know what, I don't think they should be taking this, and it'll take you off of it while you're in a nursing home. Oh, I've seen so many patients have a fit about this. So many. I was taking this at home. They don't have it for me here. That's one of the major complaints. Even something like, I don't know, if you want to put some lidocaine cream, some Voltaren on a bad knee or something, they want you to get a prescription. They won't let you have it in the nursing home. Sometimes people get family members to smuggle it in. But generally speaking, they want you to have a prescription for it. Hot packs? Absolutely not. Oh, that's a big no-no. They do not allow hot packs. They do not want you getting burned at a facility and blaming it on the facility. That's how lawsuits happen. We can't even use hot packs in some facilities. This one facility, interesting thing happened. A very interesting thing happened. No, not this facility, but another facility that got hot packs and BioFreeze outlawed. They got them banned. Completely banned. There was a therapist. I don't know if this therapist was new. This is the story. You ever use BioFreeze? Yeah, menthol. It's like icy hot. Imagine rubbing some icy hot on your skin, right? And what does that icy hot do, or that BioFreeze do? It opens up your pores. It gives you that cooling effect, that menthol effect. Sometimes it helps soothe pain, right? Well, there was a therapist. I shouldn't laugh. This is serious. There was a therapist who rubbed some BioFreeze on somebody, right? That nice, soothing, cool menthol feeling. I use it myself. I got some in my cabinet at home. Might rub some when I go home on my back. Rubbed it on the patient's back, okay? And then proceeded to put a hot pack over that BioFreezed back. Ooh, you talking about burn. I don't know how severe the burn was, but that patient got severely burned from that. And after that, every facility with this particular company, no more hot packs, no more BioFreeze. That is over. They banned it. They outlawed it. So if you want to use it on yourself, you got to have, I think they want you to have a prescription to bring it in and use it. But yes, they got banned within this particular organization. And, I feel bad for that therapist that didn't know that. That's not a good combination. That is not a good combination. You rub some BioFreeze on you, open up your pores, everything's open, and then you put a hot pack on top of that. Ooh, man. Ooh, that poor patient got burned that day. But yes, they banned that after that. Interesting stuff that happens. It'll be an incident like that, and it'll happen, and then it'll get banned throughout a lot of facilities. It's like bed rails. So bed rails in some facilities are allowed, acceptable. In some facilities, it's not. That's because there was an incident. There was an incident where a patient's head got stuck between the bed and the bed rail, like wedged down. I don't know the full story, but that got bed rails banned in most facilities unless a person absolutely needs them. So you should see how many patients that we get that be fussing and complaining that they ain't got no bed rails. Even if they got them at home, they'll come and, this bed needs some bed rails. I need some bed rails. You gotta tell them, you can't have them unless you absolutely need them. Someone who absolutely might need them might be a person who is very weak or has trouble rolling in bed. I don't know who makes that call. I guess the therapist, but they'll install them if you need them. But if you can, if you independent and rolling yourself and sitting up and everything, they won't give them to you, even though you might want them. So yeah, y'all, just let y'all know some of the goings on in nursing homes, y'all. Some interesting things that happen, interesting rules. I hope you're learning something. But yes, most of your doctor's appointments, most of those appointments that you had on schedule, they will come to a screeching halt while you're in the nursing home for your stay. Do I agree with that? No, of course not. I don't agree with that. If I got a massage, if I end up in a nursing home and I got a massage booked, I want to go get my massage. Ain't nobody giving me no massage in a nursing home. Us therapists, we don't do massages. Once in a while, we'll give a little massage, but usually we focus on getting you stronger. That's our main focus. But every now and then we'll have that patient who wants a little rub down. But if I got a massage or something booked, I'm going to keep that massage appointment. I like getting massages. If I want to get my toenails clipped, I want to go see my podiatrist. I don't want to go out for my appointment, even though sometimes the podiatrist comes to the nursing home, but not often. Not often. So yeah, y'all, just wanted to let y'all know about that dynamic, y'all. Just wanted to let y'all know about that dynamic. Certain things, certain rules apply. Certain things come to a halt when you end up in a nursing home. These are things you should know in case you wondering if you'll end up in one at some point. Feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to leave any comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. If you end up in a nursing home and you got a hair appointment, or you got or maybe not a hair appointment. Usually you'd be all right going to your hair appointment. Well, no, actually, if you got a hair appointment, you can get your hair stylist to come up into the nursing home. Most nursing homes have salons, so you can get your stylist to come up in, and they can use the salon to do your hair. Now, you ladies don't play about your hair. I know that to be true. So yeah, y'all, just giving y'all a little peek into the nursing home dynamic, y'all. I hope y'all learning something. I hope y'all are learning something. I had some of y'all tell me that, certain things you didn't know about the whole process. Yeah, and I wish there was more information, because a lot of people get blindsided by this stuff when they end up in a facility. They get blindsided. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. I got this appointment, and they gotta let it. Sometimes us therapists, we gotta let a person know, no, sorry. Can't do that because it doesn't pertain to your injury or the reason why you're here. So y'all, just wanted to give y'all some information to enlighten y'all a little bit on things that go down. I hope y'all, find the information useful. Like I said, let me know, y'all got any questions about anything? Feel free. I'll try to include it in a video. Oh man, but it's your boy, One Physical Therapist Assistant. Always a good day with the Legends of America. Always a good day with them. Even when it's a tough day, it's a good day, because I feel like I've learned something. I've gained something. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all for coming through. As always, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Make sure you respect your elders. Respect them and learn from them. And help them out whenever you get a chance. And I will holler at y'all in the next video.